I was not expecting this. I'm about to quit this. I'm about to turn this off. What the I think this was a mistake. Hello friends, it is Kat here, and welcome to the first installment of my Reactober series here on the channel, where I will be striving to watch as many horror films as I can throughout the month of October and scare myself into sleepless nights and probably self-induced insomnia for the rest of this month. But we are kicking things off today with perhaps a little bit of a cheat code, although this film is still described as a sci-fi horror on Google, so I'm gonna go with that as my official call here. But we are easing into things today with Prometheus to follow up on the Aliens kick that I am currently on after watching the second installment in that franchise. I got a lot of great response on that reaction, so thank you so much if that was your first time coming to the channel and checking out a video. I hope that you enjoyed it, but also many of you advised me to stop there, to not keep going with those films, other than to watch, of course, the prequels here, Prometheus, which I think are just super prequel, maybe origin story. I don't freaking know, okay? Truthfully, up until literally like a month ago, I thought Prometheus was an entirely different franchise. I didn't realize that it was in any way, shape, or form correlated or tethered to the Alien franchise, so that was news to me. So I'm more so genuinely very curious, just how does this tie in? Because up until now, I didn't realize these were related. And I do love sci-fi, but I think I just never watched Prometheus because it looked a little bit too scary, so I figured it would be a good way to ease into our month of scary horror film reactions here, although we'll see how scary this holds up. I know Alien, the original, was actually a little bit terrifying. Aliens was not as bad. It was more so just kind of like riveting action thrill type, you know, energy, so not as many jump scares as I was bracing myself for. But this one, of course, going in, I will be watching for the horror elements here for our little Reactober, but I'm more so curious about the sci-fi, if this is a mega prequel or whatnot to, I don't know, I keep saying mega prequel. I don't know if it'll address how exactly far back into the past, how far into the history, the lore this takes place, but I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews, mixed chatter about this film cropping back up on the Twitterverse with some renewed discourse about it thanks to, you know, Alien Romulus and whatnot, and I'm seeing a lot of interesting takes, and as someone who's never seen this movie, it's been interesting to see it kind of get a newfound appreciation. I don't know, people suggesting that perhaps this movie wasn't as well received when it originally came out, or it perhaps maybe just hasn't received as much appreciation as it deserves. I don't know. I put a feeler out to you guys, and you suggested that I do watch Prometheus and maybe skip some of the other Alien movies after Aliens, but that's what we're gonna do today. I'm super excited, so without further ado, let's get into this. I'm curious if we will be seeing xenomorphs in this one, actually. I don't know what the flip to expect. A team of explorers believe they have discovered a clue to the origins of mankind on Earth, leading them on a journey to the darkest corners of the universe. Well, what does that have to do with... I'll stop asking questions, let's just figure it out. We'll find out. Okay, so this is back to Ridley Scott, director of Alien. Okay. Oh. Where the flip? Where'd they film this? Where'd they find this? This actually looks like the moon. What the flip? Dang, they got everybody in this cast. I didn't know Charlize Theron was in this. Where is this? This is already, the cinematography alone is like, I have been missing out. What is wrong with me? Oh my god. Alright, I am intrigued. Majorly. Okay, jacked. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Sweet 8-pack. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting distracted. What's... Oh. Well, why'd you drink it then? Uh-oh. What? Why'd you drink that? Ah! Ow! Whoa! I'm presuming he knew that was gonna happen. And he did it anyway? He had to bite the bullet for some reason, but why? Not what I was expecting, but okay. I'm here. I'm sad.
Get Johnny.
Dr. Holloway!
This looks like it could be like Iceland or something. Oh, never mind. Scotland. 2089.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's gotta predate the others by a millennium.
I think they want us to come and find them.
Sweet lord, this is made in 2012, but the graphics! Here I am talking as if 2012 was from the freaking Middle Ages, but I feel like as far as technology has come, this freaking looks better than some things made today. No shade. Wait, what?
What happened to that man?
He died.
Why did he die?
Everyone does.
Like Mummy. Where do they go?
Whatever it's called. Someplace beautiful.
How do you know it's beautiful?
Because that's what I choose to believe. What do you believe?
Is he an android?
Now let's attempt Stryker's fable. Repeat after me.
Akunsa tadrukta.
Perfect.
Is he an android or does he just have great posture?
Attention, destination threshold. Attention.
Find the girl who's doing push-ups immediately after cryo sleep. Yes! Stick with her.
How long?
2 years, 4 months, 18 days.
Has anyone died?
No, Mom. Everyone's fine.
Well, then wake him up.
My name is David. It's all right. Perfectly normal.
Ellie, we're here, baby.
How's your seat taken? Milburn, biology. Nice to meet you.
I've been asleep 2 years. I ain't here to be your friend.
If they think 2 years is bad, they should get on Ripley's level. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Try 57 years.
Good morning. For those of you I hired personally, it's nice to see you again. For the rest of you, I am Meredith Vickers, and it's my job to make sure you do yours.
Wayland Corporation. Building better worlds.
Hello, friends. My name is Peter Wayland. You have reached your destination. And I am long dead. There's a man sitting with you today. His name is David. Unfortunately, he's not human.
Okay, I knew it.
Yet he is unable to appreciate these remarkable gifts. For that would require the one thing that David will never have, a soul. I have spent my entire lifetime contemplating the questions. Where do we come from? What is our purpose? And I have finally found 2 people who have convinced me they're on the verge of answering them. Please stand. Doctors, please. The floor is yours.
Okay. Wow. All right. Let me show you why you guys are here. These are images of archaeological digs from all over the earth. They shared no contact with one another, and yet the same pictogram was discovered in every last one of them. And based on our long-range scans, there seemed to be a planet. Just one planet with a moon capable of sustaining life. And we arrived there this morning.
Is that where the man with the 8-pack was? The buff dude?
We call them engineers.
Do you mind telling us what they engineered?
They engineered us.
No, I mean, look, if you're willing to discount 3 centuries of Darwinism, that's... Woo!
The biologist.
But it's what I choose to believe.
Oh, he was tapping into her dreams. He was tapping... Was he just tapping into all of their neuralinked memories while they were sleeping? Creeping on everybody doing recon? David, I'm watching you. I'm watching.
Doctors, Miss Vickers would like to have a quick word.
Wow, nice place.
It's actually a separate module with its own self-contained life support.
Oh, a separate module for the captain? And only the captain?
I like to minimize risk.
Charlie, look. It's appalling med pod.
Michelle,
Please verbally state the nature of your injury.
please don't touch that. I think there might be some confusion about our relationship. Your engineers are nothing but scribblings of savages living in dirty little caves. But let's say
Well, now we know where she
you do
stands.
find these beings down there. You'll do nothing but report back to me. Had you raised the monies yourself, Mr. Holloway, we'd happily be pursuing your agenda.
Well, we found the Burke of this one, folks. The company person.
Why did you even bring us here? Waylon was a superstitious man. He wanted a true believer on board.
Well, I think they will make contact.
Right, Mr. Rivera, Mr. Chance, let's take it down.
Roger that.
Yes, Captain.
Brace for entry.
Yes, Captain.
CO2's over 3%. 2 minutes without a suit, you're dead.
All right, take us round.
Dang. Like, these visuals, what the heck? You're telling me this is from the 2010s? I just can't. I shouldn't be shocked, though. It's Ridley Scott. His films always look 10 out of 10, so.
No radio, no feed source. Nobody's home.
Reduce airspeed by 100 knots. Steady, boys.
There.
Hey, what are you doing?
Right there. God does not build in straight lines. Do you think you can put us down there?
Yeah, it wouldn't be any good if I couldn't do that, Mr. Rivera. Bringing it down in 5. Easy does it.
And so it begins. This is always where I start to get antsy. It's like, alright, they've touched down. T-minus how much longer before SHIZ hits the fan?
Captain, would you please tell the survey team to suit up and meet us in the airlock? It's Christmas, Captain, and I want to open my presents.
Is that the King of the White Walkers from Game of Thrones?
Hey, Jackson. What's that for?
Expedition security?
This is a scientific expedition. No weapons.
Good luck with that.
I think y'all are gonna need them.
David, why are you wearing a suit, man?
I beg your pardon.
You don't breathe, remember?
I was designed like this because you people are more comfortable interacting with your own kind.
Making you guys pretty close, huh?
Not too close, I hope.
I don't know how to get a read on him. He's sassy. But who does he work for? He obviously works for corporate, so he could be an obstacle if they try to interact, try to make contact.
Are you seeing this?
Affirmative. We see it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is about to be like Aliens where they capture all the carnage on their cameras. Frick! I don't know what to expect. Like, I'm having an uneasy feeling, but it's like, I don't think they're xenomorphs. Like, what's gonna get them?
Well, I'll be there.
Now, what made all these tunnels? That's what I'm questioning. I just don't know what I'm bracing myself for. What could it be?
sunlight's heating the water. Check out the humidity.
In here, there's nothing. It's breathable.
What are you doing? Charlie, don't be an idiot.
Hey, don't be a skeptic.
Please don't do that.
Look, Ellie, I'm not wearing this thing anymore. Wish me luck, baby.
Crazy bastard.
If you want to continue watching this freak show, we are taking our helmets off.
Don't get me started with more slime. Frick. No, hang on. That is special slime. What? Passcode? David, what did you do?
What was that?
David? David?
Oh, F. What? What are those? It's like just a hologram, though. What?
Oh my god, Charlie.
Wait, never mind, that's real. What?
What do you mean then?
It looks like a door, and he's been decapitated by it.
Huh?
David, please tell me you can read that.
Perhaps. No, I'm out of it. I'm just a geologist. I like rocks. I love rocks.
I'm just a geologist.
You don't give a shit about rocks. And I don't really have anything to contribute in the gigantic dead body arena! I'm gonna go back to the ship. If you don't mind.
I can't tell whether he's smart or gonna be the first to die.
Congratulations on meeting your maker.
Like, why are you that pressed about it, though? He's so scared that he's angry.
How long's it been dead?
2,000 years, give or take.
I'm attempting to open the door.
Wait, we don't know what's on the other side.
Too late.
Sorry.
David, I can't. Whoa.
It's the head.
Or those are eggs. Don't touch them. Do not touch those. I feel like they shouldn't be in here.
Stop. Don't touch it.
Sorry.
Please don't touch anything.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. I don't know. Wait, y'all. Are there gonna be friggin' xenomorphs in this? This is looking very xenomorphy. I don't know what to...
The murals are changing. I think we've affected the atmosphere in the room. Oh, the head. Forward! Quick, help me back the head.
Oh.
Ground crew, this is Jack. I need you to hustle back right now.
We need more time here.
I'll be closing the outer doors in 15 minutes.
I sincerely hope you can make it.
So mess with her.
David! David!
What's David doing?
David, we are leaving!
Hex, we are leaving! Sorry, I keep making freaking Aliens callbacks because I just watched it, but there's so many comparisons, I feel like. Punch it, y'all! Get the frick out! Well, we know David also took something he shouldn't have. Oh, that's not a good omen. Holy frick, team go! I feel like the whole ship isn't even gonna be able to withstand this. Oh, jeez. Go, go, go! It's not worth it! It's not worth it! Ow. Ow. Ay, ay, ay. Oh! What the flip? How? Okay, David!
You could have compromised the entire mission, not to mention almost killing yourself.
Thank you, David.
My pleasure.
Okay, David's won my trust for now.
Where's Bill Burnham Fifield? Keep them up for me.
Alright.
Wait. Oh, frick.
Boys, this is the captain.
There ain't no safe way to come get you.
What?
I'll come get you in the morning.
In the morning? Oh, you're done. You are not gonna last the night. That's what you get for being the first to panic. The first one to lose their cool is the first one to go. Okay, what the frick does this thing look like?
It's not an exoskeleton.
No.
I think it's a helmet.
We should be able to prise this open.
It's too heavy for us. David?
I don't want to see what's in this.
Careful.
Ugh.
Like so.
Okay, so it's one of them.
What is that on its head?
It looks like new cells.
New cells?
Yes.
That's not a good sign, y'all.
I think we can trick the nervous system into thinking it's still alive.
I wouldn't do that!
No
It is
more.
gonna come back to life.
Let me make an incision.
Don't mess with the dead, do not.
Yep.
Eh.
Go up another 10.
This is not good.
Okay, up 10.
It's,
Maybe it's a little bit too much. Go
too
down
much,
to
you
7.
think?
Okay, Dad. I'm trying. It's not going down. Hold. Stop it. Oh,
No, no, no. This poor dead decapitated head.
God, the smell.
Is it gonna explode? So much slime.
We'll take a sample. Let's have a look.
No, you just did have a good look. It didn't look good.
Yes, sir, understood. I'm sorry. Of course, sir.
I can't get a read on his motivations. I mean, obviously, is that a Neuralink? Is he like Neuralinked up with the dead consciousness of the Wayland man?
What did he say, David?
I don't think he'd want me to tell you.
What did he say?
I'm sorry, that's confidential.
Oh my God. What did he say?
He said, try harder.
Maybe she's, I mean, I don't know how to get a read on her either. Maybe she's not all bad, but she's just under a severe amount of pressure. Oh, you sneaky David. I think those things are eggs. I wouldn't.
Processing. DNA. Match.
So those are humans?
Oh my God.
Is that what the frick I think it is? No. Huh?
It's us. It's everything.
Yeah, and you tortured that thing, bringing it back to life. You shouldn't have done that.
Kill them.
Am I interrupting? I'm very sorry that your engineers are all gone, Dr. Holloway. You think we wasted our time coming here, don't you?
What we hope to achieve was to meet our makers, to get answers.
Why do you think your people made me? We made you because we could. Can you imagine how disappointing it would be for you to hear the same thing from your creator?
Oh, frick. Ooh, so much for purpose.
How far would you go to get what you came all this way for? What would you be willing to do? Anything and everything.
Willing to die, because you probably will.
We're still attempting to identify what caused the head to combust. Was there an outbreak here? We did find what we came for. Their genetic material predates ours. We come from them.
Guess you can take your father's cross off now.
They made us.
And who made them?
Well, exactly. There is nothing special about the creation of life. Right? Anybody can do it.
I can't. What does that say about me?
That's not, I didn't mean, I wasn't talking about...
Children?
You are the most special person I've ever met in my life. And I love you.
Alright, well, which one of them is gonna die a tragic, awful death? No! That is a really tough conundrum, though, being... if she can't have children, and so she's on this quest now of discovering the origins of life, when... as a woman, that's obviously really difficult. Ugh.
Oh, what's all this black stuff? You see this thing? What do you think this thing was? Some kind of a god?
Why do I feel like that thing's gonna wake up?
What's that?
Y'all picked the wrong place to camp out for the night.
This is okay. I can handle this.
No! Oh, F! Well,
Come in, Prometheus.
nobody's there.
Transparent skin. It's beautiful.
It is not. Oh, oh my sweet lord.
Jesus, look at the size of that. What is it?
You need to stay calm, okay?
Thank God they have helmets on. Don't let it latch onto your face. Oh!
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're strong. Help me now, okay?
Oh! You're on your own now. Oof.
I ain't touching it. I want to touch it. That's the thing, man.
What the frick? Oh, the acidic, the acid. It just grew back ahead. No, oh, frick. Well, so much for the helmets. This just escalated so quickly. Oh, God. No. No. Well, now he's gonna friggin' go back to the ship. Ah. Oh, F. What's happening to you? I don't like eyes. I don't like eyes being messed with. What the F? It's a little one. It's a microscopic. Oh. Oh, now everyone's going. Now everyone's gonna be exposed. This is great. But now we know there's little freaking microscopic ones. It got in his eye. They shouldn't have taken their helmets off. They shouldn't have taken their helmets off.
Be careful, Doctor.
No, don't separate from David. We need David. I'm Team David now. If I was going out there, I'd want to stay by his side. Frick. I think we're gonna need David on this. Or can we trust him? He's doing his own little experiments. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who to trust. Put your helmets back on. Put your helmets back on, people.
David, are you alone?
Yes, Miss Vickers.
I'd like your feet to my room.
Copy.
Should I trust David? I think he just also works for corporate. He's also just a little corporate puppet. He probably doesn't care at the end of the day whether they all friggin' live or die, as long as they find what they're looking for specifically. Is this the powerhouse? Oh, it's a bunch of those egg things. Oh. These things are so freaking tall. Okay, David! Maybe he has his own curiosities. He's the one who spent freaking 2 years doing nothing but absorbing information and knowledge and research to do recon for all this. So he's probably got his own little side mission, side quest, side fixation.
I just tripped.
Oh my God, you're sick.
No, you're not. I don't like eyes. Something's gonna happen. Someone's gonna crawl out of his eye, slither out. I can't.
Captain?
Oh, frick.
What was it? Which one?
Charlie, what's wrong?
I need you to look at me.
This is not good, baby.
You look at me, you tell me what you see. Oh, God.
We have to go now.
What do you see? Honey, what do you see? Huh?
Holloway's sick.
I see a movement in his esophagus.
I'm okay.
Prometheus, come in.
I'm okay.
Everything's going to shiz all at once.
This is Vickers.
Full quarantine failsafe. Holloway's sick.
She's gonna lock them out. Alright, this will be a true test. Okay, she's suiting up. Never mind. I thought she was gonna lock them out and let them fend for themselves. But if she helps them... Okay, those are eggs. No, David! Don't poke the bear! Well, frick. Knights of the Round Table. Oh, God. Hello. Admittedly, I'm a little bit brain blasted right now, but I'm trying to think what could have taken these things out. Obviously, some survived if they are the origins of humanity. Why did the one in the beginning drink that poisonous juice and explode? David's having a good time, look at him. This is especially interesting because David himself isn't human, but look at him, he's having a grand old time. I feel like he's better at processing all of this in a way. Oh. Huh? Oh, hello. No, don't wake it up. If there's one thing we've learned here, let the dead rest. Don't trifle. What the? No. Were they, like, preserving themselves? The fear of extinction? It's alive. Well, frick.
Make sure that back door's open.
Throwback to when I said which one of them's gonna die a terribly tragic, painful death.
It's too late. I'm sick.
No, it's not. Come on.
Oh. Is she gonna do what I think she's going to?
This is a sick man.
I can see that. That's why he's not coming on my ship. Please, we can still help him. Help yourself. Everybody but haul away back on the ship now.
It's okay, Ellie. Vickers. I love you, baby. I love you.
No, I'm telling you, stay back. No.
Do it.
Holy, what the? This has escalated so freaking much. Oh, God. Who knows what the freak he had, but they all probably have it a little bit. If it got in his eye, they all had their helmets off.
I'm going to have to take this. Maybe contaminated.
They were all exposed.
I understand how inappropriate this is. It's my responsibility to ask. Have you and Dr. Holloway had any intimate contact recently?
Wait.
Close.
She? Oh my God.
Want to be as thorough as possible.
She couldn't have children, but is she impregnated now with a little parasite baby?
You're pregnant.
No. This. No. No! That's not. Oh my, I hate this.
There's no bloody way. I'm 3 months pregnant.
It's not exactly a traditional fetus.
Nope. Oh,
I want to see it. I want to see it.
You don't. You don't.
I want it out of me. Please, get it out of me. Get it out of me. Please.
I think it's gonna come out on its own.
Hey, let me give you something.
Oh God. I think that thing's coming out one way or another, whether they want it to or not.
Must feel like your God abandoned you.
What?
David, not now.
Dr. Holloway, after your father died under such similar circumstances, what was it that killed him?
You were tapping into her dreams.
Ebola. I watched your dreams.
David! Just what I said, I trusted you. Frick, everything is going to shiz. Throwback to when I said one of them was gonna die. She's gonna die too. They're all gonna. It's.
She's totally doped. Prepare her.
Totally doped. She's a little more than that. Ooh. I actually freaking hate this. This is so freaking horrifying.
Procedures initiated.
I need cesarean.
This med pod is calibrated for male patients only.
For male patients only?
Surgical procedure to begin.
I hate this. How has nobody intercepted her yet? No, it's gonna come bursting out of her freaking stomach. I don't want it. No, frick this!
Initiating anesthetics.
She's gonna need them. No, frick this, frick this, frick this, frick everything about this. I was not expecting this. Oh, I'm about to quit this. I'm about to turn this off. What the? Oh! Monday morning. Why did I do this? Now what are you gonna do with it? Ow! Jesus! This is so... Oh my frick! Jesus!
To hang on, Mr. Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Can you see what I'm seeing? Well, according to what I'm looking at, it's right outside the goddamn ship. Barfield, do you copy me? Come on in. Barfield?
Now what? What the frick else could possibly go wrong? That was just the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh!
Wait a second.
That's awful.
Hey, Wallace.
Oh my Jesus.
What the hell's going on down there?
I mean, they're just all gonna die at this point. This is... Oh! I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I think I regret this. I think this was a mistake. This is really bad. I think I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I think I messed up. This is so bad. Come on, Night King, you got this. Come on! Oh, not the Night King, no! Frick. What the frick? This is so wild. Why did I do this? Jeez. Well, there goes all of our morphine reserves. I feel physically ill, y'all. I don't know if I can keep going with this. Wait, what the frick's happening? What? Huh?
You've been asleep. Here on the ship all this time.
Midway maker. There we are, sir.
Haven't you told him they're all gone?
But they're not all gone, Dr. Shaw.
He was doing his own little research.
If these things made us, then surely they could save us. Well, save me, anyway.
You're telling me this one man's freaking curiosity is leading to all of these other people's tragic, horrific, awful, gruesome, vile, gory deaths?
This place isn't what we thought it was. They aren't what we thought they were. We must leave.
How can you leave without knowing what they are?
You don't want to know. They found out. They scratched just the surface and look at the havoc that is being wreaked. They are all dying. God dang, the trials and tribulations and utter turmoil this woman has gone through in the past, like, oh, it's probably contaminated. It was his. It was probably contaminated. Don't touch it. Don't touch it to your face. That's for freaking sure. It came out of his eye. Oh, God. How are you doing anything right now? How? What are you doing? What's the game plan here?
Where the hell are you going, Doc? You know what this place is? It's an installation. Maybe even military. They're in the middle of nowhere because they're not stupid enough to make weapons of mass destruction on their own doorstep. They made it here. They got out. They turned on them. The end.
One of them is still alive. Don't you want to know what they have to say?
No! Leave while you can!
I don't care.
Say it. Yes, smartest one in the room. Yes, Idris, yes.
You must care about something, Captain. Why are you here?
No matter what happens down there, I can't bring none of that shit back home with us.
Well, that's that's permission to kill them all, whoever's got it. They're all gonna have it, though. This is not gonna go the way you think. This...
You came after all.
I thought you wanted me to. If you're really going down there, you're going to die.
Exactly why you should have stayed at home.
Did you really think I was gonna sit in a boardroom while you go look for some miracle in some godforsaken rock? A king has his reign, and then he dies.
Anything else?
No. Father. That's it.
That's what she's so hung up on. Baggage! Her whole life's been friggin' dedicated to following in this man's crazed footsteps. This is doomed. The whole moral of the story here is frickin' humanity's curiosity just knows no bounds. They don't know when to quit or give up.
The air is perfectly breathable.
We still don't know how Holloway got infected. If it's in the air.
Smells fine to me.
Shall we?
Please.
It must be in the slime then?
It's a cargo hold.
Biological weapons? I just don't understand though. They're in search of their makers, but their makers led to their own doom too.
How many is there, Shaw?
Thousands.
Putting it on the table now.
Enlarge that. Rotate it.
Jesus Christ.
It's a goddamn ship.
A superior species, no doubt.
Don't frickin' wake them up. David, you...
They were traveling somewhere.
It's fairly evident they were in the process of leaving.
Leaving to go where?
Earth.
Why?
Sometimes to create, one must first destroy.
Oh! Wait, what? Don't do this. He's so ripped, he's gonna be able to dunk on all of you.
Speak to him, David.
Ask him what's in his cargo. It killed his people.
Sure.
Why?
Sure, enough. For God's sake, shut her up.
What's it do?
Not right in the wound.
I need to know why. What did we do wrong?
David, continue. Tell me why I came.
Manamai. Chiano mortu steda. On itam sostater creda.
Goodbye, David. Well, ow! Imagine getting smacked in the face with an android's head. Oh! I told y'all he's like 8 foot and he's ripped. He can dunk on you. He's putting on a clinic. It's like, why the frick did y'all wake me up?
Time to go home.
Well, she's gonna leave without everybody. She's gonna leave without all of them. Yeah, they are freaking leaving! Well, so is he. Well, frick. Should've just let that man sleep. I would maybe move. Oh god. Oh, frick.
Yannick, listen to me. This ship is taking off. You have to stop it.
How?
We're not stopping anything, Shaw.
It's carrying death. It's headed for Earth. And you must do it.
Captain, let's...
They have to self-sacrifice somehow to intercept the ship. Is that the only game plan? To pull a holdo maneuver and smash into it?
Yannick, this is my ship. I'm telling you to take us home.
Because I'm going to inject your Losipro module onto that surface. That's 2 years of lives. You want it or you want to stay with me? Gentlemen, I can handle this myself.
All due respect, Captain, you're a shit pilot and you're gonna need all the help you can get.
Get as close as we can, or we got one shot at this.
Oh my god. She's so mad.
10, 9, 8, 3, 2.
Oh, I friggin' hope this works. I mean, these two are just screwed. What the frick's the game plan for them? Oh, she's so salty. I shouldn't be laughing though. Now that you know her full circumstances and all that kind of sucks for her. Survivor, what are you gonna do? Oh, ow! Get crunched, that's what.
You have 2 minutes of oxygen remaining.
Like, what is the game plan now? What is even the point of surviving all this?
Oxygen levels now stabilizing.
What the frick could it be now? Oh yeah, I guess there were 2 years worth of life here, if it hasn't malfunctioned. What is it? I can't take much more. This has already put me through such a ringer. No! No, 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 no! It was the frickin' alien in the pod. Mother fricker. Oh, sweet lord. Do not, whatever the frick you do, don't open that door. Ah! Holy shiz! It grew.
Elizabeth, are you there?
David!
This is David. You need to get out immediately. Airlock breach.
Oh god! What the frick? Oh, oh, well, so much for a safe space to hide out for 2 years. What? This is just nauseating. This is... My brain's gone so numb. I've become so numb. I just... But what the frick is the game plan now? This poor woman!
Elizabeth, I was afraid you were dead. I need to ask you for your help. Without me, you'll never leave this place. It's not the only ship. I can operate them.
She's gotta put him back together.
Where's my cross?
The pouch. Even after all this, you still believe, don't you? Once we get to one of their other ships, finding a path to Earth.
I don't know if I trust him.
I don't want to go back to where we came from. I want to go where they came from.
Oh.
Final report of the vessel Prometheus. The ship and her entire crew are gone. There's only death here now, and I'm leaving it behind. My name is Elizabeth Shaw, last survivor of the Prometheus.
For what the frick? Hello! What the Mary Mother... Oh! Is that... No mother frickin' way. You're gonna hit me with frickin' number 15 in D flat major after all that? What the frick? Oh, well. That was so much more than I bargained for. That was so harrowing. I just went on a journey from being absolutely just brain blasted by how beautiful it was, curious as to what the frick was gonna be the enemy here, the parasite, or whatever the conflict at hand would be, terrified, frightened, on the verge of throwing up, physically disturbed, stomach churning. Throwback to the beginning of this when I was like, I think this is horror. I don't know, my definition, yes. That was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life, and I never want to watch this again. There's a second one for this, right? There's a sequel here? You know, maybe I will. I've made it this far. Maybe I will, just to frickin' finish this out, because what the actual frick did I just... And the entire time, I was begging the question, how the frick does this relate, obviously, of course, with the parasitic nature and, you know, gestating, and a host literally went to her uterus. That, I can't even talk about that or I'll be physically ill. What the did I just watch? I'm sorry, but I'll bleep all this out. I always frickin' do, but I cannot. That was so much more than I bargained for. Y'all should have warned me that this was going to be one of the most bizarre things I've ever... Not even bizarre. Bizarre is not the right word. That is too tame of a word. How the can I properly describe how I feel right now? That was insane. I'm malfunctioning. I can't speak. I'm brain blasted. Okay. All that aside, yes, that was one of the most harrowing things I've ever seen. I thought the concept of obviously what the xenomorphs do in Alien and Aliens 2, and I feel like in that we only even scratched the surface. There was so much room left for mystery and curiosity about what the frick these things are, what the frick they do, and I thought that was obviously gross, disgusting, eerie, just unsettling, you know, coming out of people's bellies and then webbing people up in those cocoons to do Lord knows what the frick to them. Your brain can only conceive how disgusting or terrifying it might be. This played the other end of the coin. This was like, we're gonna leave absolutely nothing to the imagination and show you. I shouldn't have done this. It is a Monday at noon, y'all. What the This begs the question, though, is that I guess I never considered the concept of they literally impregnate you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to re-achieve some sense of equilibrium here, because I have to go about the rest of my day now. I have a day to go about now. I decided, I was like, I'm better off watching this during the daytime, obviously, because you never know, the jump scares and whatnot with these movies, you never know. That's obviously not something you want to watch right before nighty-night, going to bed, but why did I watch this? I have to go about the rest of my day, and I'm sick to my stomach. This is so... I'm gonna just move on from that to try to grasp at a little bit of here. Okay, so as I was saying, the entire time was just begging the question, this is hype, this is sick, but this feels like an entirely different storyline, franchise, hence why I never realized that these were part of the Alien franchise. I was like, how does this relate in any way, shape, or form, other than the parasitic nature and the similarities there with the xenomorph? How is this like a different variation, you know, the evolution, the dawn of the xenomorph and whatnot, and how does this disseminate across the universe or whatever to come back and wreak havoc on frickin' Ellen Ripley generations later? I forget what year exactly. Do they specify what year does Alien take place? 2122? Holy F. So literally like a century later. The entire time I couldn't wrap my head around, how is this related? They saved it for the very end. After all that turmoil, all of that wreckage, carnage, death, destruction, gore, horror, slime, everything under the sun, all of that disturbance leads to that. So I just had to laugh. I just started cracking up. I'm like, you're telling me? Oh my god. So now this begs so many more questions, though, obviously. So it's kind of a hilarious parallel in a sense, because the Alien movies, again, they leave so much up to the mystery aspect of it, and it just wreaks such havoc that they don't even have time. They barely have a second to ask any sort of questions about the origins of these things or how they operate, the science, the biology of all of it. After a certain point in time, they're like, that. We need to stay alive. It is self-preservation hour up in here. We can't spare a second to do the slightest bit of research, but of course we come to see in Aliens, a curiosity of humanity and, the kind of corporate nature of all of the scientific, advancements of all of it leads to the, again, just destruction. The whole lesson being sometimes things are better left untapped. Some things are not meant to necessarily be researched, but of course that ties into the overall looming message of Aliens, which I promise I'll shut up about Aliens, but it's fresh in my brain right now and I'm drawing all the parallels between this and that. But the prime example of that being, humanity knows no bounds when it comes to our curiosity, which is great, which makes us obviously a good species in many ways. Obviously, look at the technological advancements and everything that we've been able to achieve. As we see in Aliens, it's like, of course they know they're trifling with something extremely dangerous, but the corporate aspect of it all, when there's a paycheck, when there's a pay stub, attached to it, there's monetary benefits at hand, they're willing to sacrifice, other human lives because our curiosity knows no bounds. It's like it's our best asset and also like our own, demise. There I was at the end of this, like how the frick could she want to keep going in all of this? That curiosity though, it's still there for her. It's like she's already been through the ringer, so might as well. She's freaking lost everything at this point, literally had an alien baby in her stomach, so why not? At this point she can't go back to her normal life, so I guess I can't shade her for that. But it just plays into the same loop. Like we will always be chasing this never-ending question of where are we from, what happens after we die. And of course, the whole mastermind scientist, very rich man Wayland, who's sponsoring this entire thing and secretly is still alive and wants this to be his final kind of dying breath, meeting his maker and whatnot. It's like that itch that in some ways can never be satisfied. And what is that reality? What kind of slap in the face is that to this be your life's journey, your life's work, the biggest curiosity of all? Like who, where, what do we come from? Who is my maker? All of that. And then to meet them right before your death and get freaking slapped across the face. Like what a literal and metaphorical slap in the face. That's why it all just feeds into the underlying, just subtext of how far is too far. Some things are perhaps better left unknown, the mysteries of the world. Like, it taps into, of course, the nature of the fact that applies to us all, and, the curiosity of it. And they played with it here a little bit because it had a huge cast, obviously, and everybody was there serving a different role. You had the scientists and then the corporate folks who were kind of just sent there as backup for whatever reason, adding extra muscle to the team. But they're all posing the question to themselves, aren't you curious? You're here for a reason too. Even if this is just a paycheck for you, you've got to be the slightest bit curious about what it is we could frickin' find here. And it's just that human nature. It poses the question like, well, if you were in this situation about to meet what you deem to be, the source, the origin of human life, you would go too. Like, you would embark on it too, would you not? You wouldn't necessarily jump to the conclusion that there is utter danger in store that lies ahead, which is why I guess fast forward to the end of it, why I'm like scoffing at the fact that she still wants to pursue this. She wants to see who made them. It's just the never-ending cycle of no answers will be sufficient enough. So after you've seen all that destruction and you know what's in store, I guess it's like, frick it. We ride at dawn. Let's keep it going. We've already freaking lost everything, so might as well make it worth it and finish this to the end. But it's like, does that answer exist, and is it the answer you want to hear? Kind of like what David was teasing everybody with the entire time. He's like, I have the advantage of not having necessarily the consciousness and that weighing over me, this overarching question of who is my creator and what is my purpose necessarily as a human. There's so much that's just lingering in the ether there, those questions, and David's like throwing it in all of their faces, like, well, what is the reality then if you find out your maker actually despises you? Like, what do you do then? What's your purpose then? Are some things better left unknown for that very reason? Because how are you supposed to proceed knowing that your creator wanted to destroy you through whatever means possible? So, okay, then it feeds into the, of course, discovery of meeting these engineers, as they call them. You know, the discovery that they perhaps were too, you know, curious for their own good as well, and created this biological weapon that in turn, you know, came to lead to their own extinction. But perhaps it's a similar, you know, logic that, for example, we meet Vickers' character and we learned that she has this entire, obviously separate part of the ship, this detachable pod to herself that can preserve life for 2+ years or whatnot, and she's got her own little medical pod for anything she could possibly need, but it's private, it's all just hers. It's like that act of willing to go out on this exploration. I don't know if I still fully know what her motivations or intentions there were, perhaps, but the whole concept of being willing to go and in the name of discovery, but only if I can be preserved, you know, like as long as I'm safe, it's fine. So then we meet this engineer, you know, the kind of father of it all, who is in a similar situation. Everybody else in his, you know, species is dead because of these things, but he saved himself, you know, his own little pod in this ship to go finish the plan. It's kind of an interesting parallel there, but it also just goes to show too, it's like what happens then when you meet your maker and they turn out to be not so great either, and they were willing to, you know, lead to the extinction of their own kind in the name of generating this weapon that was meant to take you out? Like, what? I don't even know if I'm properly assessing or analyzing all of this because my brain is still a little bit. That's why it's like, it's very interesting. When you take away and you strip away the gore of it all, I think there's a really interesting premise there that I feel like maybe they only just scratched the surface of even a little bit. Hence why maybe I'll watch the second one just to freaking see where this goes, see if they scratch deeper into that underlying trope of, you know, where do we come from and where do we go when it's all over? What does it all mean? Facing that reality, and maybe the answers might not be pretty or might not be what you want, and then how do you go on, you know, with your life knowing what your real purpose is, or that you're actually doomed from the start? I think it does pose very interesting questions that I just got so distracted by all of the gore of it all, the horror. But that's why I think David's character in all of this, I kept fixating on him and trying to dissect what his intentions were, where he necessarily stands in all this as an android. He's not a human, so what skin in this game does he have? And of course he's, you know, serving humans, but I was so perplexed because he himself, it's clear he was still so enthralled and so, like, mystified by the beauty of all of this when he finds the answers of the truth of their main objective being to target planet Earth and whatnot. You know, in that moment he still was capable of being just bewildered and, I don't know, seeing some sort of just beauty in the unknown there. Like, he maybe doesn't necessarily have any investment in this quest by any means, other than just being there for, you know, doing his own side missions and everything that he was programmed and actually instructed to be doing. But you see at the end, though, that he kind of does, I guess, care about, I don't know, I was going to say that perhaps he actually does still care about Shaw and whatnot, is if he's capable of all of that, but he really just needs her to put him back together. If he still were in one piece, I don't think he would have given a flying frick if any survivors were there or not. So he's a very complex, interesting character, but, you know, he was there kind of as a balance to serve as this mirror for the rest of the humans who are obviously, you know, I almost said corrupted by the curiosity in a way, but to kind of bounce back at them and throw back at them, well, like, what are you willing to lose, or how far are you willing to go? Does it mean that much to you that you're willing to sacrifice everything for it, you know? And what happens if you do make that ultimate sacrifice and then you don't like what you see? I don't know what skin in this game he has, if any, but I felt like he was capable of the curiosity and appreciation for it all. So I'm kind of interested to watch the second one to see where that relationship goes, and if this confirms what I'm feeling, which is like maybe he's capable of having care here, you know, as far as their relationship is about to go. But I feel like I'm just botching this. I feel like there's so much more that I've just even barely scratched any sort of surface about what this all means. You know, the message that you get through aliens is that perhaps humans in some of these circumstances are more so the bad guys and the bigger enemy, the bigger threat to their own kind than whatever the xenomorphs are. Of course, we don't know their true, you know, intentions, and of course we come to see now how they are created. But I feel like this just amplified all of that. You know, I feel like that message in Alien and Aliens is kind of just like a subtle underlying that you can of course garner from, as Ripley, you know, says herself, like, you don't see them going to trade each other for a paycheck. You know, they're not willing to freaking sacrifice one another just to further their own research and whatnot, which of course, you know, led me, if you watched my Aliens reaction, onto this rant of like, you know, the xenomorphs don't necessarily think that they're doing harm, they're just trying to survive. Are they really the bad guys, or is it the humans that are willing to, you know, risk other human life in the name of scientific discovery or whatnot? That's why I keep considering this, you know, that our curiosity is corruption in a way. It can lead to that. It can make us corruptible in the name of just pursuing these answers that perhaps we shouldn't be looking for. So, but at the same time, it just begs the question. That's why I'm like, she's still going. They're still pursuing this, but it's like, yes, on one hand, what are you willing to lose? What are you willing to sacrifice in search of these, you know, seemingly, you know, unanswerable mysteries and questions that are just driving us all? And then what are you willing to unleash if you do find those? It's like, okay, at what cost for your own self, perhaps your own life, are you willing to, you know, lose in search of these answers? But what are you willing to unleash on the rest of the freaking, like, human population? Like, what are you willing to, what risks are you willing to take, and what dangers are you willing to unleash in that endless search? And are we just better off never having answers to those questions? Because what the frick is the alternative? Having an alien in your belly? No, thank you. I hated that so much. I feel like I'm especially salty that they, you know, made her character arc that she's incapable of having children, you know, her own biological children. So to do that to her, frick that. I can't. I'm gonna just start getting all over again. So I think I'm gonna end it here. Sorry if this was really incoherent, lackluster. I just kind of am still recovering from this. Not sure how I'm supposed to move on with the rest of my day. Realizing that perhaps I'm already in too deep, and now I just have to freaking watch the next one, Alien Covenant, to finish this to the end. So whether I watch that one as part of the rest of this Reactober series remains to be seen. I think I need a moment to catch my breath after this, recover mentally, physically. I liked it. I guess I never ever really necessarily specify whether I like these movies or not. I just go on my rants about what it all means, but I like this. It was really freaking so much, but I really like the underlying, you know, message. And I think there's also just a looming eeriness because you know of what they do unleash in their quest here. This obviously takes place way in the past before Ellen Ripley's time, but we just know, you know, whatever they unleashed comes back still to haunt and, you know, haunt humanity and threaten human life. So it's like whatever they do in this quest here in search of the final answers, it still, you know, unleashes something that never should have been trifled with if they'd never gone there. But then we never would have had, you know, the final boss queen, Ellen Ripley. So I guess it all just feeds itself. It all pays off in the end. So I'm glad I stuck it through, as harrowing as it was. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think and if I should film a reaction to the second installment in this Prometheus series here to get the ultimate answers as to what the frick, what it all means, and how far they're willing to take this. Let me know if I should react to that one, but it will definitely be a hot minute before I do. I'm gonna go try to get on with the rest of my day. Ooh, hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.